Vietnam has issued diplomatic protests and formal notes in response to actions by China and the Philippines that infringe on its sovereignty in the Truong Sa, Spratly Islands. Vietnam has engaged in diplomatic exchanges and issued protest notes to the countries involved regarding activities that violate Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoai An Reef and other related features in the Spratly Islands. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Pham Thu Hang said Saturday, "The presence of individuals from relevant parties on features under Vietnam's sovereignty without Vietnam's permission constitutes a violation of Vietnam's sovereignty," Hang said, addressing recent activities by China and the Philippines at Hoai An Reef, Truong Reef, and Cai Vung Reef in the Spratly Islands. The statement follows a series of incidents, beginning April 25, when Chinese Coast Guard personnel raised flags on Hoai An Reef, a part of Vietnam's Spratly Islands. On April 27, Philippine Coast Guard members and researchers landed on the same reef to take photographs. Chinese Coast Guard personnel returned to the feature on April 29, according to China News. Hang stated that these actions further complicate the situation, contravene the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea, DOC, and undermine the ongoing efforts of countries negotiating the Code of Conduct in the South China Sea, COC. As repeatedly affirmed, Vietnam possesses sufficient legal basis and historical evidence to assert its sovereignty over the Spratly Islands in accordance with international law, as well as its sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction over maritime zones established in line with the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, Hang said. Vietnam has called on the involved parties to respect its sovereignty over the Spratly Islands, avoid actions that escalate tensions, comply with international law, adhere to the DOC, and contribute to peace and stability in the East Sea, known internationally as the South China Sea. The spokesperson further noted Vietnam's commitment to resolving territorial disputes in the East Sea, including those involving the Spratly Islands, through peaceful means with relevant parties.